Hey guys, welcome to Wrestling Daze and welcome to today's unseen video. This is where we round up all the big talking points from social media, and there is a new trailer for WWE Unreal that's on the way. They've released a few still images, I believe, from it, and you can actually make out some of the old cards for some of the shows going towards that Netflix premiere. And in fact, I think the Netflix premiere is the one on the far right, and it's all kind of listed out. You can see it says like Triple H opens the show, and then it goes into like CM Punk versus Seth, and that of course is how that show started. So it's got basically all the shows written on the wall. So I'm guessing this was filmed right at the end of 2024. So Wrestle Talk just saying, in a new photo from the upcoming Unreal docu-series, Alba Fire is listed as Lyra Valkyria's opponent in the semi-final of the Women's Intercontinental Tournament, right, on the December 30th. So they've got the magnifying glass out, and they've had a good look at all this stuff that's written down, and it seems like there was something written that was just a little bit different than what we ended up getting. It says this implies the original plan is that she would defeat Natalya and Io Sky in the first round. But of course, Io would end up winning that match and would then go on to face Lyra in the semi-final. So don't know why they had Alba Fire kind of getting past Io, to be honest. I'm quite surprised at that. But apparently they had Alba Fire listed, getting past Natalya, getting past Io, and then going on to face Lyra. So nothing massive, to be honest, but still interesting. Something to be aware of. People have looked at all this writing in the background, and that's the biggest takeaway. But really, when this show drops, that's what people are going to be doing. They're going to be looking at every little detail, trying to see if they can read what's on computer screens and what's written on the walls, and really just looking for any little bit of detail, because this is a real treat. It's a real glimpse in the creative process, something that we just, to my knowledge, have not seen before, and I am really looking forward to this. So yeah, very good, very exciting. So that's dropping. I think the new trailer drops on the 15th. So I think we've got a few days to go, but obviously this whole docuseries is not that far away. Right, Shayna Baszler was listed as a producer on the July 8th episode of NXT. She was listed alongside Chris Gerard for the Kalani Laney match. So it's a bit confusing. I haven't heard as to what the situation is there. This is the first time I've heard that she is still around WWE. Obviously, she was let go. Seems like she's probably considered her options and maybe considered that her in-ring career is now coming to a close, and so now is looking for that next chapter. And looks like she was actually doing some producing, so don't know that she's back for good. Haven't heard any details. It's just people kind of reporting the news that she was listed. But interesting, very interesting. I think she could definitely bring a lot, actually, to that side of the business. So that from Corey and Body Slam Net. WWE Ethan, thank you. So John Cena is out in New Jersey filming an upcoming Netflix movie called Little Brother. Cena is currently scheduled for just one TV appearance this month. So it seems like he's kind of getting involved with doing a new film called Little Brother. That's from NJ.com. And yeah, it might be the reason as to why he's not around at the moment. Larry, thank you. So Jade Cargill says that we can expect 5-star matches, surprises, and women giving it their all for Evolution. So Jade Cargill was actually on this Morning View show, and actually there's quite a few women that are out and about promoting Evolution. I saw that Nikki Bella was on that Kelly and Mark show, is it, in America? I think that was the show that used to be like Regis and Kathy Lee, and then it became, was it Regis and Kelly? And now I think it's Kelly and Mark. It's like a daytime show. Very, very big, very popular in America. We don't get it over here, but it's so big, I'm aware of it. And I saw some clips doing the rounds of Nikki Garcia on there. Here we've got Jade Cargill on this show. So, you know, there's people out and about promoting Evolution this Sunday for this Sunday. So, yeah, apparently 5-star matches, surprises, and women giving it their all. Scott Stanford, yeah, this is really disappointing. I really like Scott Stanford's. One of the shows that I used to sit down before I was doing like YouTube. One of the shows that I would really sit down and enjoy watching as just a really good way of catching up with things was This Week. This Week, honestly, was a show I really enjoyed. And I don't even know where it's shown now, to be honest. I don't even know where you could find it. It used to be on the network. It might be on Netflix, or maybe it moved to YouTube, or maybe it's just done. I'm not sure. But yeah, I used to watch This Week with Scott Stanford, and he obviously did a few other bits and bobs in WWE. He actually worked for them for 15 years, joining in 2010, and looks like he's done. Looks like he's parted ways. So Hayden, shout out to you. When you walk out of the studio on your last day, 15-year run, nothing but love. Hope to make it back one day. So there we go. So yeah, I mean, I don't know if that's his choice or not. He's not someone that you see on Raw or SmackDown. But when it comes to presenting some YouTube bits and certainly some of the stuff on the network, most notably This Week, Scott Stanford was someone that you would see. So yeah, just a great professional. Really, real shame to see him go, honestly. Right, Liv's Anarchy just reporting, seems that WWE is upgrading people's seats, or certain people's seats, if you're going to Evolution, right, and you're going into the upper level seats. So it seems like they've closed off some sections. I'm guessing this is due to slow ticket sales, and so it looks like a few people have just had free upgrades, really. They've just been moved to better seats. So if you bought seats in the kind of upper seating levels, it might be worth checking your emails. But yeah, Johnny, thank you. It's a bit of a shame, really. I mean, I'm not sure what the ticket prices were like for Evolution, but if it's anything like it has been, where the ticket prices have been crazy, then, you know, WWE probably deserve it. But I don't know, of all the shows that I would love to see sell out, this is one of those shows, because it's an all-women's PLE. The last one we did was back in 2018. I would love for WWE to see that there is an appetite, a hunger, a demand, a desire for more all-women's PLEs. Because, I mean, I have heard a few people saying, like, why should the women get their own PLE? Thankfully, I've not been seeing too much of that. And honestly, like, the women just don't get the same opportunities. Like, when do they get chance to main event shows? You know, look at how many WrestleManias we've had, and look at how many times the women have main evented. And, you know, they really are struggling when it comes to getting consistent TV time. Not that long ago, they were struggling to get stories outside of the top titles. So the top titles would have stories, but there wasn't really much outside of that. Thankfully, now we've got mid-card titles, and that has definitely helped. But yeah, the women deserve an opportunity to just have some of that spotlight for themselves. And I really don't think giving them a show a year, just once a year, an all-women's PLE, I don't think that's a negative at all. It's nothing but positive in my mind. So I would love to have seen this show do better from a ticket point of view. But don't know, not a good sign, is it? That they're kind of moving people and closing sections off. But I don't know, hopefully the rest of it just kills it. I'm really looking forward to Sunday and Evolution. Edward, shout out to you. So Karrion says, thanks for everyone's enthusiasm and patience regarding the book tour. So a book tour on the way. It's going to be announced, the dates of that announced this week. There's also 25% off at Barnes & Noble. You do, if you pre-order, you do have to be a member, but he said it's free to be a member. So there we go. 25% off July 8th to July 11th. So that's right now. So you can get money off. You've just got to be a member of Barnes & Noble. But apparently that is free. Membership is free, according to Karrion. But he is a heel, so I don't know how much we can trust him. But yeah, dates should be on the way soon. Oh yeah, and maybe a spoiler, but I don't know, to be honest, because it can easily be changed. But Gunther versus Penta for the World Heavyweight Championship is being advertised for next weekend's live event in Corpus Christi. Now, the reason why I say spoiler is because, of course, Gunther is defending that championship against Goldberg at Saturday night's main event. If Goldberg wins, and even if Goldberg wins and then forfeits it immediately, why would Gunther be defending the World Heavyweight Championship next weekend? Now, the only thing I can think is that they need to promote who is going to be on the card and what kind of matches you're going to be seeing. But as we know, card subject to change. So obviously right now Gunther is champion. So as of right now, this is the match they're doing. If Gunther does lose the title, they'll probably still do this match, but it just won't be for the World Heavyweight Championship. So that's why I'm saying I don't think it is a spoiler, but just something worth being aware of. Gunther versus Penta for the World Heavyweight Championship being advertised for next weekend's live events. Wouldn't even be televised. I've seen a lot of frustration around that because people are like, oh my god, you're going to do Gunther versus Penta and I can't even watch it. And WWE have gone, yes, that's exactly what's happening. So there we go. That was WWE. Let's go Wyatt's. Obviously, we did a separate video for Wyatt's because there was a whole load of cryptic clues that kind of came out earlier. I actually thought it was really interesting. I've spoke about that on the watch along. I was a little bit worried it was just going to be about like the tag titles, things like that. But actually, it was I would say a little bit more engaging than that. It was a little bit more intriguing than that. So if you've not seen that video earlier, check it out. I gave it its own video so that we didn't have to go through it all here, right? Brady, shout out to you. There is more Wyatt Sicks news, though. Obviously, we know about this new footage, this new story that is coming to 2K25. 2K25, 8 hours ago, said coming tomorrow. Maybe today, if you're watching this on Thursday. The new Wyatt Sicks quest is available or accessible beyond the cemetery gates in the Deadlands via the island without needing to complete any chapters. I don't know what that means, but it does certainly sound promising. So the new Wyatt Sicks quest, accessible beyond the cemetery gates in the Deadlands. That's where you need to go via the island without needing to complete any chapters. If that makes sense to you, you're welcome. So Brady, thank you. Damon said the Wyatt Sicks quest comes out tomorrow on the island. It's got a Wyatt Sicks storyline. It's an emotionally powerful storyline. Uncle Howdy video segments, unused Bray Wyatt content. The Wyatt's Swamp Arena is going to be added, I believe. And then notes that you find in the island. Now, again, I haven't seen some of these. So this was sort of, that's not what I wanted. This is what I wanted. This is new to me as well. This is interesting to me as well. So I don't know if this has not been seen before with like a fiend face over here and like, you know, wooden kind of swamp-like kind of area. You can see some trees in the background. So I don't know if this is a glimpse at that new arena. You can see that I'm literally just about to get into a match there with Dexter Lumis. Then we've got these notes dotted around, apparently. I have gone to find him, Uncle Howdy. I keep him alive, but so do you, Bo. So apparently these notes are dotted around. There we go. They're here. Coming to the island. So, yeah, I didn't expect it to all be dropping that soon. So very, very good. So yeah, big thank you to Damon. That's great information. Brady, again, just showing off this new cool custom spiky jacket that has been made. So this is, I'm thinking maybe for Alexa. So under construction for Alexa. This is being made for Alexa. Yeah, there's some serious spikes, aren't they? So we've got the play and the pain. And yeah, it's obviously very much in line with the kind of thing you'd expect for her. But some of those spikes are pretty big. So yeah, very good. A little glimpse as to something that's on the way for Alexa there. So, Brady, thank you. And take a 1990 shout out to you. WWE set to invade Universal's Halloween Horror Nights. So there is a house that's based on the Wyatt Sicks. We've actually spoke about this months and months and months ago in Unseen. But yeah, there might be some new people that didn't see that or didn't catch that episode or are new to the channel. So not much in the way of information. It was just, there was some kind of, a lot of hype around this. So when it comes to theme parks, there's obviously a lot of their own dirt sheets and rumor mills. I mean, there's like, as much as we love talking about wrestling, there's people out there that love talking about theme parks. And yeah, there was like this map that had teases for all the forthcoming Halloween horror houses. And one of them was believed to be connected to the Wyatt Sicks. I believe that got confirmed a little while after. And now, you know, we're getting ever closer to it as well. So I think what's happened is this story has just sort of been published again and it's done the rounds again. But as we're getting closer to it, it's probably just worth mentioning again, you know. To my knowledge, no images or anything. I mean, it's obviously not been constructed and shown off yet. So we haven't seen anything as to what it actually looks like. But that'll be a lot of fun if you're in the Florida area. Right, so WWE done, Wyatt's done. Let's go. Got a little bit of fun today. Little bit of fun. Larry, shout out to you. It's only 8 seconds long, so I'm hoping this won't be an issue, a copyright issue. But here, look, this is pretty savage, actually. So picks him up, takes him over. Mate, that is... Mate. That's I shouldn't laugh because I don't know if it's okay, but this, mate, oh my god, picks him up. That is just horrific, isn't it? That is just horrific. I think it's the fact that when he lands, he just like stays there, and yeah, just one more time. One more time. Here we go. Look, picks him up. I mean, clearly the guy on the outside is meant to be... Oh, my God. It's just that moment. There's a beat. There's like a millisecond where he's just bang and he doesn't move. So, yeah, I hope he's okay. Shouldn't have laughed at that. If you laughed at that, that's on you. Yeah, you should be a better person. Right, this is wild.
What's the most embarrassing song on your playlist?
I love Justin Bieber. I also have Baby Shark on my playlist. Last week, my niece was watching, and my sister calls me. She's like, funniest thing just happened. Gunther, it's the first time she watched Gunther. And
was he singing Baby Shark?
No, his music starts playing, and it's like, da-da, da-da.
Oh, like...
And my niece goes, oh, it's Baby Shark! And she's...
It is true, actually. I've always thought when that Gunther music hits, I've always thought about Jaws. I mean, I think you're probably meant to. But it's funny, isn't it, how even a kid's like got that connection? I mean, that kid must have seen Jaws, because otherwise, why would you hear that music and connect it with sharks? So I wonder if that kid has seen Jaws. If so, is that kid not maybe a bit too young for Jaws? Has Roxanne just dropped her sister in it here? Should her niece be watching things like that? Let me know in the comments below. But there we go. A few people might be thinking of that now. WWE said Roxanne just changed how we hear Gunther's music from now on. So there we go. Right. Oh, yeah, this was pretty fun. Undertaker said he turned down the ESPN body issue, right?
This one trying to convince me ESPN
body issue.
Yeah. Why are you
No,
talking?
see, because I think you're hot. I think you're hot.
That's not my Undertaker.
That's not my Undertaker.
You turned it down?
Yes, I turned it down.
ESPN, listen, let me be the creative director for this. Every character needs layers.
This one needs many more layers on it.
Oh, less layers. You need less
You need. This has really. This has come off the rails.
No, I was thinking like little coffin.
No, it'd be a big coffin. What are you talking? What are you? What?
So, if Undertaker was to do like a sexy sort of kind of naked spread and they needed to cover a few things, Charlotte's like, oh, you'd need a little coffin for that. He's like, no, big coffin. Big coffin. Very good. Who said kayfabe's dead? All ego, Ethan Page. Shout out to you because this is really good. Look at this. So, official meet and greet rules. You may do my pose, right? No holding the championship for photos. If I turn down a hug, don't make a face, right? That would definitely be Nails and NY that would do that. She's a big Ethan Page fan. Don't start a convo with me from the line just because we made eye contact. Shut up and wait your turn. That would also be Nails and NY. Compliments are welcome, right? I do like that. Don't start a conversation just because we made eye contact and you're waiting in line, right? Shut up and wait your turn. Fallon Henley enjoyed this as well. There's Fallon responding. And check that picture out. Wow. Right. Happy birthday to Shelton Benjamin. I hope you wake up with aching knees. So there we go. Their love-hate relationship. It is absolutely fantastic. So there we go. Meechin wishing Shelton a very happy birthday. So there we go. We did get some stuff in the fun folder. Okay, So Vince McMahon has got a new company, 14th and 1 or 14th and I, filed a trademark for this image. That is the new logo, apparently, right? It's seemingly the new logo. It's an entertainment service. It produces and develops scripted TV and digital programming. So I think he's going to help out like TV shows and projects that need a bit of money, need a bit of backing, need a bit of finance. That's what he's going to do, or that's what the company are going to do. Not believed to be anything connected with wrestling or pro wrestling, right? But yeah, that did the rounds today. That apparently the new logo for his new company. Right, Ricky Saints revealed Triple H personally called him. So Hunter calls me. I'm getting off this flight in Seattle. I can barely hear him. The airport is so loud. And he asks me, hey, would you want to come in? And we're interested, blah, blah. We'd love to have you. You're talented, XYZ. And I was like, oh, yeah, sure. Hell yeah. Basically, what he was saying was, hey, we're not going to put you on Raw or SmackDown just yet. But he wanted me to meet Sean. And so that was like a big thing. And actually, Ricky went on to say he feels like he's not quite the finished article. He feels like he's a diamond in the rough. So I think for him going to NXT, learning from Sean and, you know, being around that system, I think he's right where he wants to be at the moment. So loving what he's doing in NXT. I'm a big Ricky Saints fan. I definitely think he'll be an NXT champion in the very near future. And yeah, of course, I think he'll go to the main roster. I think he'll be a big success. He's a very likable person. And, you know, I've been watching him since he was in NWA, and we were watching NWA Power on this channel. Saw him go over to AEW, and it's been such an interesting journey watching him kind of rise and kind of go on his career. And yeah, I just wish him all the very best. Big fan of Ricky Saints. Right, Cody says, and this is interesting. I mean, again, just briefly touching on AEW. So he was talking to Ricky Starks, and he just brought some clarity to the kind of open challenge they used to do in AEW. So he was like, we're more than able to talk about it here. The AEW TNT title open challenge. It's so funny because when we started it, there was a whole preface conversation before we even called you, Ricky Saints, or the others. It was like, hey, we're not about hiring anyone because right now we're just an upstart company. I don't know what the budget is. COVID has just happened. So it's not about hiring anyone, but it's just an opportunity and a freshness. Here's something you're not going to see elsewhere. We're bringing people in, doing promos in their backyards. I didn't buzz you for the purpose of this. I thought you would just be great for the open challenge, and you were. So there we go. I mean, I do remember these where he was doing open challenges and you never quite knew who was going to answer those open challenges. And so it's interesting, Cody, just saying we had no intentions of signing these people. Not in a bad way, but just in a way of like, yeah, we just wanted to give people opportunity. Here's something that WWE are probably not going to do. They're probably not going to be bringing in, random people from different companies. It's probably a bit more of a chance of that happening now, actually. You know, what with their relationship with TNA and Noah and buying AAA and doing a lot more work on the indies. So there's probably a better chance, but go back to 2020, no. So I just thought that was really interesting. So there we go. That was other. Let's go community. So Taker 1990 said, here's my picture collection so far. The 2 pictures of Tiffy are the events that I was in attendance for. And the Shotzi picture, I just couldn't pass up. So here we've got Tiffy SmackDown with a bit of the ring. So that's when she cashed in. It's nice. There she is defeating Charlotte at WrestleMania. So, again, a little bit of canvas. Number 12 of 500. Very nice. And then there is the Shotzi signed picture. So, very good. Very good. Taker 1990, thank you. And Riley said, this is for the community folder. Here's some of the DVDs and games that I've got. So, oh, man. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 Battlegrounds. Obviously, no 21 that year because of the disaster that was 20. No 21. They took a year off and then they came back with 22, 23, 24. Which one do you think is the best? What was the best year? Is that the best year? I know that's the worst. A lot of people were really down on that, said it was quite shallow. I bought it, but I never played it. But, yeah, I mean, to me, I just don't know the difference between any of these, to be honest. I would imagine these are all quite good, because that was so bad. I've not heard of there being, like, a really bad wrestling game since they had that break. So, you know, I'd imagine these are good. I mean, I'd imagine that might be the best out of all of them. Or I think we are on 2K25 now, aren't we? So there is a 2K25. That might be the best. I don't know. So, yeah, I'd be interested to know out of all of those which is the best one. And DVDs, we've got, I didn't even know they'd done that, the best of the Attitude Era Royal Rumble matches. Destruction of the Shields. That's a good set, actually. I've got that. Elimination Chamber. Greatest Royal Rumble. History of WWE. That's good. That's good. The old History of WWE. I've got that as well. They did history of, like, belts as well, didn't they? Like, all the history of the different championships. There were some really good DVDs they put out, actually. I do miss those. I was never bothered about the show DVDs because they were on the network. So, like, do you know what I mean? You could get them that way. So I was never really fussed by those, but I love the documentaries. And I love the kind of history of. They were great. Royal Rumble, SummerSlam, Survivor Series, WrestleMania 30, WrestleMania Goes Hollywood. So there we go, Riley. Very good. Thank you, my friend. Okay, with that being said, we just got some thanks, and I missed the thanks folder yesterday, so I need to do those. Right, so we've got Larry, thank you. Robin, CM Chunk, World Hardcore Wrestling, Black Ice, Word of Wrestling, Ajax, Brown 666, Steve Silverback Walker, Armando B, Jim Taylor, Prain User Sports, Big Bam, Little Bit of a Fan, Babs the Barbarian, Raymond, Edward Buttinin, Raymond, Larry, Daboomer65, Football 240855123, Knights 1701, Dan Barker, Miss Clown, Lynette, Claire Webb, and Emmanuel. So thank you, my friends. And a few more. We've got Carl. We've got Stone Cold Scorp. We've got CM Chunk, Huddle Talk, Edwards, Wrestling's Biggest Fan, MLW Flash, Armando, Claire Webb, Big Bam, Lynette, Emmanuel, Steve, Football 240855123, Babs the Barbarian, Casey, the Smith Saint, is that how you say it? The Smith Saint, Jeff, Tribal Chief, J Omega, and Raymond. Big thank you for the support, my friends. Yes, Unseen is back, and I'll have another one for you tomorrow. We've got Wrestling Escape Pods tomorrow, Unseen tomorrow. I'm going to try and do an Evolution predictions as well. And then, of course, wow, this weekend, SmackDown, Saturday night's main event, Great American Bash, Evolution, Raw, followed by NXT, then Evolve. I mean, it's just non-stop. It is non-stop. So, yeah, awesome. Thanks a lot for watching. Appreciate the support. I'll see you again next time. Bye for now.